Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, welcoming you back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like that stuff, consider subscribing to this channel. Strongly consider it. And if you don't like it, subscribe anyway. You never know, you might like it. It might grow on you. And for those of y'all that have become members, thank you so much. You all are awesome. And so today we're going to talk about another amazing little bot. Before we get into that though, I do want to share with you about an amazing YouTuber who he's been around for a little bit, but just starting his little YouTube journey too as well. And he's only got 60 subscribers, and I think he should have 1 million. And that is Ultra Megatronus. Every Saturday night, myself, him, several other people, Diecast Norbs, Raziel Kane, Darth Ravage, Ghostmax 8, New York Hunter Impressions, all these and a bunch of others get together and we just talk about stuff. Sometimes it's about nothing, sometimes it's about Transformers, sometimes it's about Star Wars, whatever it may be. So every Saturday, 9 p.m, I'm going to put a link to his Facebook page. I'm also going to put a link to his YouTube page down. So make sure you subscribe to that because it's fun. It's about it starts about 9 o'clock and we go sometimes till midnight. And we have a good time and we have some fun with it. Now note, after 10, all the kiddies should be in bed because it gets a little saucy. But anyway, I digress. So let's go back to this little bot. And you know, I love my third-party companies that are out there. And one of my favorites is Iron Factory. So I have picked up, it's an oldie but a goodie from several years ago, but I picked her up recently at TFCON Orlando, and I want to review it for you today, and that is Iron Factory's Windsaber, IF-EX05 Windsaber, aka Windblade, or Miko for Iron Titan, which you can see Metroplex is back here. So this may be awesome to go with my Vladstock. So let's open it up. Let's talk about her. Let's see what my first impressions are and give you all the scoop about Windsaber. So folks, today we are going to take a look at Iron Factory's IF-EX05 Windsaber. This is called, aka this is Windblade, Miko for the Iron Titan. So this is really cool. I'm assuming this is supposed to be for like Metroplex on here, but yep, there's Metroplex right there in the background, and then of course Windsaber is right there. But Iron Factory is one of those third-party companies that makes some pretty cool little bots. I really am digging their Samurai series, which is really cool. But I was able to pick this up at TFCON for a steal of a deal. Most of the places I've seen this for sale for around $90 to $120 right now because it's out of print. But I was able to get this at TFCON for, I believe I got her for 50 bucks. But I mean, love the package. It looks really cool. And Iron Factory is one of my, I think it's my third favorite Legends company, with my first being Magic Square, second being New Age, and third Iron Factory. I'm so excited. Iron Factory is building the Legends Lio Kaiser, which is going to be great. So as I get this out of the box and the packaging here for us to take a look at, but I am excited about that. And so let's see, we got the instructions right here. A lot of times the instructions aren't that great, really easily how to do this. Now this is the first time I am opening this, so I have never played with Windsaber, aka Windblade, before. Now I do have the Transformers Legacy United Windblade, which is a very cool bot that I'm very excited about and I love. Windblade has a soft spot in my heart for some reason. I don't know why, but she does. I think she looks great, she looks phenomenal, and she looks awesome. So there she is right here, and so we'll get her standing the way she needs to in her beautiful pose. And then we got in the box, again, you saw the instructions. We have the sword, the S word here on this, and so very nice. I love the purple, love the red. I love the kind of like the curved, I don't know what kind of blade that you would call that, but Looks really, really good. And then of course you have the bot itself. And so let's bring her in for a closer look. Yeah, she looks gorgeous. I love the face paint here. Now on such a small bot, of course, trying to get the details in there is a little tough, but they did a pretty decent job at the representation here. Love the samurai look to her that she has, and she feels really good. She's made of all plastic, but feels pretty decent in the hands on this. Here we'll kind of take a look from the front. Love the red and the blue and the black here. Looks really, really good. Really got that kind of that IDW feel. And there's her little boobies right there too as well. But there it is from the front, from the side, from the back, from the side. So you still got this little backpack here that you do have on this baby here. So from a height standpoint, we are looking at about 3¼ inches, but from the wings is 3½. So that's how big Windsaber is, aka Windblade. And so let's do this. We're going to put her sword in her hand. There we go. Fits really nice, really good, real easy, real tight in there. Fits really, really good. And there she is, folks. And so from an articulation standpoint, I mean, you have the head articulation. You also do have the arm articulation here, but it goes 90 degree. You can go up, so you gotta kind of move the wing. This wing kind of gets in the way a little bit, but you can go up. You can go back a little bit, but the wing gets in the way there too as well. You do have, you don't have a waist rotation, so interesting. You do have leg kicks all the way up. Does go out to the side, not quite Jean-Clauding it, and then you do have a bend, more than a 90 degree there, and then you do have the ankle, actually a twist right here. Don't have any kind of rocker on the ankle, so so from an articulation standpoint, for a little tiny girl here, she's doing pretty decent for herself. This, I cannot wait to get in different poses and get with the rest of my legend scale bots. But let's do this. Let me bring some other little bots to compare her to. There she is, tiny Windblade. Let's bring in Transformers Legacy Windblade so you can kind of see from a height standpoint how much bigger she is. I'm gonna pop this camera up a little bit more and pull it back a little bit. Voyager class, Optimus Prime, he is so much more bigger than her. So yeah, we got to keep pulling him back there. So there's a couple of our, you know, chug lines, so to speak, Transformers. So we'll kind of get them out of the way. You know, the detail on, I love this one. Detail on that face, freaking phenomenal. Let's bring in, so to show you from a legend scale how well it scales with maybe some of the other companies, this is New Age Mirage. So I think it's pretty decent there. And this is Magic Square's Sideswipe. So we'll kind of pop that down, pull forward a little bit. So which legend scale company do you think Windblade here, Iron Factory's Windblade, scales better with? New Age or Magic Square? I leave that decision up to you all. I don't have all the Sunbow scale, all that kind of stuff, but I think either way you go, I think they'll look good together. So I think they look pretty phenomenal. I think she looks freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So now the next thing we just got to do is transform her. And here she is in her jet mode. Very, very, very simple transformation on her. Let me get these wings straight here. Get those straight the way they need to be. There we go. But yeah, extremely simple transformation on this little jet here. But let's take a look at it here really quickly. First of all, again, this looks like a good representation of Windblade and her jet. Now you can see it's just a body with the jet that kind of folds up. Transformation very simple, easy to do. But again, love the blue cockpit. I love the wings here. You do have the landing gear if you want to keep that out so that it can kind of stay landing if you want to. But overall, you can also adjust the turbines if you want the turbines to kind of go down like this. You could do that if you want, or you can keep them up if you want to as well. So here she is from the top right there, the side, the bottom, the side, the front, and the rear. So, I mean, again, with Iron Factory, probably one of the more easier legend scale figure transformation. This one's probably going to be is one of the easiest that I've ever done. Now, for size, we got pretty much from stem to stern about 3 inches there. And the cool thing too as well is if you want to store her sword, you can actually store it under the wing. You just kind of peg it in right here. Well, I don't know if you can see that, I was off camera there a little bit. Peg it in right there and you can just pop that sword in. Let's get that there. Fits a little tight, but it's there. So you can just kind of have that stored there if you want to. Looks a little wonky if you don't have another sword on the other side. It'd be kind of cool to have 2 swords. So that way it looks like almost like wind. That's a blade right there. So from a comparison standpoint, I mean, here's a G1 Gears. So you can see how big Windblade, definitely not going to scale with anything you got here. Core class Bumblebee. Then we also have Voyager class Alita 1 right there. So not a scale with those guys, but definitely would probably look better with your legend scale figures. So let's do this. Let's get back together for some of my final thoughts on Windsaber, aka Windblade. So my final thoughts about Windsaber, aka Windblade, and here she is. She's a cutie. She is a cutie patootie, and I love her. Now I know because she's an older bot, she doesn't quite have the articulation that some of the more modern day Iron Factory bots have, but I mean, she has some really good details. Her paint application is really good. You got a shoulder swivel here that I didn't show you before, but it's right there. But just overall, she's cute. She is cute. And I think she'll go great with that Legend Class Metroplex by Cyan Culture that I have yet to review, that I will be reviewing here shortly. And I think she would go great with that. I think she'll fit in well, because I know that one has like a red kind of put together puzzly looking Windblade, but this one I think would go much better with my Metroplex. But on a scale of good, bad, or awesome, she is a freaking cutie awesome. Cutie pie awesome. Cutie, cutie, cutie. Now, are there things I don't like? Yeah. For example, no waist swivel. That kind of limits the posing. No ankle tilt. That limits the posing. And just, when she transforms, it's a pretty simplistic transformation. And she's just a robot that's just folded into an airplane like most Seekers and stuff are. But other than that, she is my doll. She is gorgeous. I would marry her in a heartbeat if I wasn't already married. Well, why would I marry a toy or a robot? But anyway, she's great, and I can't wait to put her in with my other Legend Scale collection. I also can't wait to review for you. I have a Fans Hobby Wheelblade, which is a Windsaber or a Windblade, but in car form. So that's going to be fun. It's another convention exclusive that I can't wait to show you all. But yep, there she is. She's gorgeous, and so I love her. And should you buy her? If you can find her for a good price, absolutely. But right now, man, I'm looking around, and she's going for anywhere from 80 to 90 to 150 bucks. And so because she's out of print, that's the tough part, you know. And so, but TFCON, I picked her up for an amazing deal. I picked her up for only $50 at TFCON. So you can get good deals at TFCON on bots that you may not be able to find elsewhere. So if you're not going to TFCON Baltimore, it is coming up. So, and I will be there as well as some other people. So it'd be great to say hello to you. If you see me, say what's up, Jimmy G in the place to be, and I will say hello back. Or I might run scared, especially if you start running after me with like a knife or something. But if you run after me with a Windblade, then I will embrace you with open arms. But that's all I've got to say about that. So tune in next time when we talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, be awesome. That was my chair. It wasn't me. I wasn't Putin. See? Oh, now my chair doesn't want to do it. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye now.